5 comes out in a week, I believe. Is that right?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Is it Tuesday?
Tuesday.
It's ready. It's ready to go.
I hope so.
It is. We might not be.
Yeah. So we launched season 5, episode 1 goes live on YouTube on Tuesday the 5th.
Yep.
We then also are holding a very special launch event in LA for our 5th and final season.
I heard about that, yeah.
So that's on July 12th, and we're all going to LA.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll be over there.
Very cool.
Gonna go party.
And I know you can't divulge too much, of course, no spoilers, but can you give us any hints about what's going to happen in season 5? What can we expect? Can we expect any closure?
Well, it's interesting because for the first time, the first 3 seasons were kind of written and made in isolation. We hadn't worked out how many seasons we were doing because they were done on such a shoestring budget and we needed to act quickly. We made those first 3 seasons alone. So it was only after season 3 that we sat down and we talked about how many more seasons we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And decided that we wanted to do 2 more seasons. So these 2 seasons actually really hold together well. And so whatever was set up in season 4, we then play out in season 5. So
I remember reading somewhere that you shot both seasons 4 and 5 simultaneously.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah, so that was in one shooting block. So no spoilers, but if you've seen season 4, you have an idea of what will be played out. And luckily enough, because we were able to work out the character arcs and the story arcs, there is resolution, which is really what we wanted to do.
Okay.
We didn't want to leave our audience hanging, especially when there are so many films or so many TV shows where lesbian characters get killed off, or being lesbian is a death sentence or a terrible thing to deal with. We wanted to...
Yeah, they always kill the lesbians.
They always kill the lesbians. We wanted to bring our characters on a journey, but take them to a place where we know they're going to be okay.
Yeah. I don't watch a lot of lesbian drama, but I did hear there was a TV show recently that killed off a lesbian
Walking
character.
Dead? Was it?
Yeah.
Was that
300?
Yeah, 300, that's right, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to have some sort of closure.
Yeah.
That's good, okay.
The hardest part
that's
was
a promise.
changing Emily's hair, I think, back and forth in a day.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah, the struggles.
Yeah, the struggles. They're real.
Yeah.
It's real.
It's tough. Tough life.
Oh yeah, because it changed length. It wasn't just a hairstyle. Color, length.
Really, everything.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
We haven't seen
I'm talking the wrong
Oh,
person.
season 5, right?
Yeah, season 5.
Okay.
You'll know
I didn't notice
every
it in season
season.
4, though.
Every season the hair changes.
You did well.
It's her thing. Yeah. She's identifiable through her hair.
Okay, so considering the rise in popularity both locally and internationally, why is it ending?
Yeah, Julie.
Yeah, why? We need answers.
Well, there are a few reasons. One of them is that it's difficult to make a web series sustainable. There's not a great deal of money. You can monetize a web series on YouTube, but unless you're creating videos, once a week or a few videos a week, you don't have that number of views to turn over. We make a drama, and we make a drama which we think with high production values.
Yeah.
So we can't actually keep churning out enough to make money. And the other thing is that this story, we kind of feel we've done this story justice, and it's time to move on to other things.
But there could be, the film version afterwards, right? Like if the fans call for it enough, then you bring everyone back. It's just like
it's the end of Starting For Now as a web series, but it's not necessarily the end of that world. And definitely the next projects that we make will be appealing to the same audience. So we'll be telling stories that appeal to the audience that we've built up over this time.
That's good. Any spin-offs, perhaps, or
look,
maybe the movie?
nothing's impossible.
See, the movie. See, I've
Sounds
planted the seed.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
she'll keep planting it.
Well, she wants to turn everyone into mermaids. So that's
And
also
there'll be the
possible.
musical
And Julie
version.
wants to do the musical version.
Yeah, Julie promised me the musical version.
I would love to see this musical. That would be fantastic.
Well, we already started the choreography.
They're all great singers,
Yeah.
dancers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good. Now, production-wise, it's very interesting. At the end of each episode, the production list, like the number of people we have in the credits, just seemed to grow from season to season. It was just kind of, especially when it got to like season 3 to 4, where it's just super long. And that's partly due to the higher production. How's production going to change for season 5? Is it
Do you
changing
want
much,
to talk?
or is
Well,
it-
because we shot 4 and 5 together, it's very similar. But do you want to talk to that about how our production's changed over?
Well, it's just really grown from the beginning. So Julie was the sole producer on season 1 and did everything to bring everything together. With season 2, had some help from Lauren Orrell, who is our 4th lead, who isn't unfortunately here today, but is here absolutely in spirit. And so she was assisting with the producing for season 2, and then I helped for season 3. And as you said, every step of the way, because the show started proving its audience and people started seeing it and falling in love with the characters, people wanted to jump on board to help it. So it just kept growing and growing. With seasons 4 and 5, we ended up getting funding through Screen Australia and Screen New South Wales, but then also some corporate sponsorship through IVF Australia and community partners like ACON, formerly the AIDS Council of New South Wales.
It's very interesting.
So they all came on board and threw a bit of money into a pool, so we had some resources to put behind paying the fabulous people who'd been working on it from the beginning and doing it out of the love of their own hearts, but then also getting more crew involved both during production and through post to be able to really magnify the capacity of the show. So working on the double shoot for seasons 4 and 5 was this new experience for us because we were used to such a reduced crew where everyone's multi-hatting and everyone's multitasking and then all of a sudden people had jobs that they were delegating.
It was much more serious and professional. We were always professional, but
we're always
we're always
And always
really
always
professional.
on time.
Yeah, always on time. But no, it's just I think everything sort of stepped up for these ones.
A lot more people on set.
Yeah, a lot more people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is interesting when you've been working, because we've been working together for 3 years, and when you've been working together for a certain way, and then it's testament to the professionalism of everyone involved from the beginning that everyone was able to adapt and everyone was able to then go, okay, well this is what's happening, and to really work with that, and it, it's kind of it's a little bit nerve-wracking because when you've started from working from quite humble beginnings and then you do have some money, there's a bit of pressure, and you feel as though, well, are people now going to go, well, it's not really worth that. So there was real pressure to see that money up on the screen, and to really up the quality and the production values, and I feel like everybody stepped up in that, and you can see that in seasons 4 and 5.
Definitely.
I feel like next up you're going to be like directing $50 million movies, right? Like blockbusters, superhero, lots of stunts, special effects. Oh, there's space! Yeah.
The musical.
Anti-gravity dancing.
So cool.
We just want to wear the cute space outfits.
Like the Jetsons.
The show did seem very consistent in production value. So even from episode 1, I'm a filmmaker and I love watching just the little tricks people use. But I thought the camera work was beautiful, and just the cinematography itself was really, really good. And just the editing, I mean, I thought it was all great. So even from episode 1, season 1, it was great. So
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
good.
Aren't you lovely?
Thank you.